Hello everyone. A very good evening to all of you. So I hope all of you are doing fine and we are going to continue with our free Shiksha IELTS online assessment classes. So in the last class we discussed or we previously covered the assessment papers of part 1, general questions about the candidate, which is speaking section, and we also covered part 2 of speaking, that was cue cards. So I showed you some sample questions and then I also showed you the responses or the answers to the same questions. So now we are aware of this, that how to answer speaking part 1 and part 2. In my previous videos I have also talked about the tips and strategies in detail, and I have also given you certain strategies and norms to be followed for your particular module which you're going to give in your exam. So all these videos related to all the 4 modules of IELTS in detail have been covered in the month of June. So in case you were not able to join due to some reason in June and you have missed out on our free Shiksha IELTS online classes, then you should watch the videos which have been uploaded on our YouTube channel. So our YouTube channel is also with the same name, guys. So you can subscribe with us so that you do not miss out on any other class in future, because we are going to continue with these classes for a long span of time now, and we'll be covering up other exams as well. So coming back to the today's class, today we'll be covering up task 1 of uh, writing, that is your academic report writing, and then we will be also focusing and learning about task 1 of general training. There is a slight error here, I'll just correct it in front of you. So we are going to talk about general training task 1, which is letter writing. So basically I'll be showing you some sample question and answers, okay, and then I'll be telling you how to really answer in each of the paragraph, what to write, what should be the context. So you'll get to know and understand, you'll get to learn about these answers, because these will be somewhat similar to your questions which you'll encounter in your writing paper. So basically today we are focusing on the writing, some part of it. And yes, we are conducting the classes in July. Let me remind all of you, we are conducting the classes in the month of July on only Tuesday and Thursday. So we are having in July twice a week, okay, 2 classes in a week. Whereas in the month of June, we had daily webinars. So very soon we'll be starting with the daily webinars again. Let's focus on the today's class for now. And please let me remind you, if you want to join the sessions, these free Shiksha IELTS online assessment classes every Tuesday and Thursday, then you should click on the link which is given in the description below, a blue colored link. That will directly take you to our page where we have our IELTS calendar ready for you. So you can select your dates. You can also see the pointers or the bullet points or the subheadings, basically the subtopics which are being covered on every Tuesday and Thursday. So you'll be able to know everything about the class from there. And also you can get in touch with our counselors, which are expert counselors, and they give you free counseling sessions, okay, whenever you need their help. You can also download the free sample papers from our page itself. So every solution to every question, as I say every time in my video, is there in your link which is given in the description below, just below this live video which is going on. So yes, let me start with today's class without any further delay, because we have lots of things to. And in the end, I will also give you some time to direct your questions to, and I will address all of your questions one by one as much as I can, of course. And in case if they are not answered live in the class, please do not worry. You can always come back to this comment section, or whichever video you're watching and you have certain questions, you can put it on the comment section and we'll try to answer them as soon as possible. Alright guys, so without any further delay, let's come back to the slide. So we are starting with report writing, that is task 1 of academic IELTS writing. Okay, as you know, there are 2 categories to the IELTS paper, academic and general training. So we are going to focus on task 1 of both academic and general training. We are starting with academic, that is report writing. So there are many kinds of reports. I have talked about it in detail in my previous videos. So in case you want to watch them first, you can do that after this live video. So I am going to focus on each and every type of report and their sample question and answer. So first we are starting with the pie chart. So pie chart question basically looks like this, and the question which you might get in your exam might relate to something like this. You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. The pie charts show the average consumption of food in the world in 2000 compared to two countries, China and India. So summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and making comparisons where relevant. So basically you will have to make certain comparisons and contrasts, okay, related to the different diagrams which have been given in your paper. So as you can see, there are three pie charts given in front of you. First is related to your world. Second is related to China, and third is related to India. So there are certain categories given here. So blue one is for processed food, yellow is for vegetables and fruits, red portion is for animal food, and nuts and seeds is for green color. Alright, so this is how the division has been made. After you understand the question, let's see what is the sample answer given to you for this particular question. So you'll understand in which paragraph what to write and how to write. So we'll start with the first paragraph that says, the pie charts above illustrate the world's average consumption of four types of food in 2008 compared to China and India. So as you can see, the first paragraph goes for your paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means you simply have to copy paste the question but in your own words. So you will use certain synonyms. You will not repeat the words which are there in the question. Otherwise your bands will be cut. So you have to write it in your own language. You can see here the question was this, the pie charts till India. So this line was the question. We have copy pasted this line here in the first paragraph, and this is your paraphrase sentence. So this consists of the first paragraph. Second paragraph consists of your overview, that is your striking features or the most highlighting important features of your report writing. That comes in the second paragraph. So overview paragraph basically starts with the word overall. Overall, the percentage of consuming processed food is more and the consumption of meat, nuts and seeds is less than the other three types of food. So this is the major outlook or the major understanding by the candidate. And whatever you understand out of the whole question here, out of the three pie charts given to you, after that you have to formulate it into one or two simple sentences, generalized sentences without any data. Always remember, overview paragraph will be without any data. Okay, that comes in your second paragraph, the most highlighting features. Then in the third and fourth paragraph, we'll make certain comparisons with the help of data. So always remember, your data are the units, are your numbers, numerics. Those will not come under paragraph 2. That is your overview paragraph. They will always come under third and fourth paragraph or just in third paragraph if you're going with three paragraphs. Okay. If you are going with four paragraph structure in your task 1 report writing, then paragraph 3 and 4 will be your data related comparisons. So let's read the full answer to understand how they have made the comparisons. This is the third paragraph. Based on the pie chart, China is the country consuming more vegetables and fruits compared to India. However, the first diagram shows that the world's average vegetable and fruit consumption is only 29%. If we see here, 29%, right? Vegetables and fruits for the world. So this is how you compare. Furthermore, the percentage of animal food consumption in India is higher than the China and world average. So if we talk about India, it is higher than China and the world. Okay, the percentage of animal food consumption. So you have to look into every division, which is more, which is least, which is the highest, or is there anything which is stable, and you have to highlight all these comparisons in your third and fourth paragraph. Okay, all right. Now last paragraph says, while considering nuts and seeds, China holds first place in nuts and seed consumption, while India and the average world average is only 11% and 4% respectively. So you can see here that how the comparisons have been made with the help of the units, the numbers, and even the percentage sign. Please do not forget this. This is equally important as the number. So in case you're writing just 11 without the percentage sign, of course you will not get, you know, excellent bands. You will not get good bands. So you need to provide the percentage unit or any other unit which has been given to you. In case the units are not given to you, then you can write down UNITS, units. Okay, in case sometimes there are only numbers provided to you. So you will write 11 units, 4 units, like that. Alright, so processed food is consumed by 41% of the people in the world, which is slightly higher than the other two countries, which is China and India. Moreover, China places more emphasis on processed fruits and vegetables and fruits than the other two food categories. So you can see how beautifully they have made the comparison. This is how you have to make, and you have to follow a certain structure. Basically and majorly, most of the candidates, they follow a four paragraph structure. So in the first paragraph, you can go with the paraphrased sentence. Second paragraph, you can go with the overview paragraph, which is your highlighting features. Then third and fourth paragraph will be related only to your comparisons or the contrasts which you make, among the different features or the divisions which have been given to you. Alright, so this finishes up with the first kind of report writing which we have just covered right now, which was pie chart. Now let's look into another kind of report writing. Let's talk about bar graph now. So bar graph basically looks like this with the x and y axis and certain trends and divisions given to you in the form of the bars. Okay, so the question might look like this: you should spend about 20 minutes on this task. The bar charts below show the marriage and divorce statistics for 8 countries in 1981 and 1994. So we are comparing two basic years here. First is 1981 and second is the 1994. Okay, and on the basis of that, both the diagrams have both the years, and on the basis of that we are comparing the marriage statistic and the divorce statistic. So we are not going to read the full answer here. Now that you know how to answer it in each and every paragraph, I will only look into the first two important paragraphs, which is your paraphrased line, that is the first introduction paragraph, and second is your overview paragraph, in which you will be writing only the general sentences without any data. But yes, in overview for numbers, exception in numbers are the dates or the years. These you can write in the overview, but not the data, not the percentage sign or any other unit. So first we'll talk about the first paragraph. The bar charts provided above show the marriage and divorce statistics for 8 countries in the years 1981 and 1994. So this has been changed slightly, just to paraphrase it. Then the next paragraph, paragraph 2, overview, says while observing two charts, the USA is the only country remaining in a high position in both marriage and divorce statistics in the years 1981 and 1994. So you can see that he or she, whoever has written the sample answer, they are saying, or they have compared, the USA is the only country remaining in a high position in both marriage and divorce. So let's see. USA, yes, it is the highest. And here also in this diagram, orange and red, USA has the highest divorce rate. So the maximum number of marriages or weddings which take place are in USA, and the maximum number of divorces happening is also in USA. So this is what is considered out of these two diagrams. So this is the highlighting point of this whole uh, bar charts of these whole bar charts. Now we'll see or throw some light into table chart. So how does your table question look like in the report writing section? So you might get a table like this, and you might get two tables also. So you'll have to compare and find out the features from both the diagrams in that case. So let's read the question first. The tables below provide information about the consumption and production of potatoes potatoes in 5 parts of the world in 2006. So you have to write 150 words minimum. Okay, you cannot go below than that. Even 149 would not work. So they literally count your words. So please count your words in your exam as well for both task 1 and task 2, which is essay writing. Now there are two tables given in which there is one thing given known as production of potatoes in million tons, and in the next table they are showing you the consumption of potatoes kg per person. So here are some of the countries on the basis or on the regards of which they are comparing. Let's see what is the answer looking like. So the tables given above describe the information about the consumption and production of potatoes in 5 different locations of the world in the year 2006. This is the question which has been paraphrased in the first line of your report writing. Now, the overview says, based on the two tables, it is clearly understood that the largest producer of potatoes is Asia, and the European population is at the top position in consuming potatoes. So in both the cases, he has given the highest country of where they are comparing the production of potatoes. So they are saying that Asia is the highest one, 131, yes, in the production of potatoes. And they are telling us that European population is at the top position in consuming potatoes. So let's see this. Europe, yes. So this is the highest, 96.1. So European population is the highest consuming potatoes. So this is how they have taken the material or the features or the data from both the tables. So you do not have to leave out on any table or any diagram. In case if there are 2-3 diagrams given to you, you have to pick up features from every one or two or three of them. Okay. Coming to the map, map is a quite simple kind of report writing. So let me show you how a map question looks like. So there might be two maps given to you in the question as well in your writing IELTS exam in task 1, and the question might look like this. The map below shows the changes in an American town between 1948 and 2010. Okay, so 1948 and 2010, and there are directions also been given. There are few developments which have happened lately in this 2000 year. So of course, what kind of tense will go or what kind of vocabulary will go for this particular kind of question, you'll have to be really very careful. Okay, now let's see what they have written. In the first paragraph, again they have paraphrased. So the above two given maps represent the same locations with some changes that happened in an American town between the years 1948 and 2010. Then, in general, it can be clearly seen that there are a number of major changes and newly built constructions have been made between the years 1948 and 2010. So again, this is the highlight of these two maps. Striking feature, the most important feature which you feel, and every candidate would have a different striking feature, a different understanding of the question. They will analyze the question in a different way. So please do not think that this is the right answer, this is the wrong answer. There is no right or wrong answer in your IELTS writing, any of the tasks, task 1 or task 2. So you have to make sure that you understand and analyze the question really well so that you can focus on the overview paragraph, which is the most important paragraph of your report writing. Coming to the process chart. Now process chart might look like this. There is a process given to you and the question says, the diagram below shows how peanut butter is made. Okay, so this is a process of a peanut butter making. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So as we can see the question, now let's read the answer. The given diagram displays the processes of peanut butter making using various types of equipment and methods. So second paragraph says overview, the focus of the main features says, observing the whole diagram, it is clear that peanut butter production involves 9 stages that start with the harvesting the peanuts and end with the well ground butter. So you can see that how they have mentioned all the stages or the summary of all the 9 stages in one sentence. This is how you have to provide. In case you feel that there is no striking feature or there is no one particular important process or stage which I can talk about. So in these kind of process kind of questions, you have to mention all of the stages. If the number of stages is less, for example, only 4-5 stages were there and there were particular names or titles to those processes, then you can mention all the stages in this overview paragraph. Otherwise, you can just mention it in a summary like they have done. Okay, so you can read this answer later on when you rewatch the video to understand how process kind of questions are answered in report writing. Now we come to another kind of graph or chart, which is also known as line graph. So we just talked about bar graph. Now let's look at line graph. How does it look like? So question might be like this. The graph shows underground station passenger numbers in London. Okay, underground passenger numbers in London. So London Underground station passengers. You can see the time is given to you and the number of passengers. So in what time, at what time, how many number of passengers are getting on the underground station, in the underground station, that has to be looked after. And you can see how the line graph moves. Sometimes it is swiftly or gradually increasing, and then sometimes it's drastically increasing. For example, 7 to somewhere 8, and then it's drastically decreasing as well, right, till 10. Then it's increasing slightly again, and then decreasing again, and then increasing again, and somewhere it was stable as well, a little bit, a very slight increase was there. So you have to use such kind of words which I'm using right now in your report writing in order to get better bands. For example, if you want to show what kind of increase was this, you will say gradual, right? And then if you can see that there is a drastic change, you can use the word drastically increasing or drastically rising, then drastically decreasing, then again gradually or systematically increasing and being stable a little bit, or a very slight increase or a very slight decrease, a sharp rise. So these kind of words, sharp, decrease, rise, gradual, slight, these words have to be learnt by you in order to gain better bands in your report writing. So I can see a lot of questions coming up on the comment section. Guys, please excuse me for some time because we need to complete these sample answers. Only then I can answer your question. So please wait and wait patiently. I will give you all of you some time to think about your questions and comment here. And then I will take your questions one by one. Okay. We are about to finish anyway the PPT. So let's focus here on the slide more. So let's read the sample answer now to understand it better how they have written it. So the line graph given above displays London's statistics of the number of passengers who use the underground station and its timings. So this is the first paragraph which has been paraphrased. Now if we look at the overview paragraph, which is the second one, so based on the chart, the usage of the underground station passengers is high at 8 a.m. and obviously low at early mornings, which is 6 a.m. and midnight 12 a.m. So time and dates, these are exceptions in the numbers, but no other no other numeric or numerical or numbers or the units will come in your overview paragraph. Please read later on the whole answer so that you can understand how to answer them. If you look at the multiple charts, the name is self-explanatory here. So definitely you will get two charts, different charts together in one dive, together in one question. So for example, a pie chart and a table has been given to you. Let's read the question. The graphs below give information on transport and car use in Edmonton. So you can see here, this is the consumption. Okay, give information on transport and car use. So car has been highlighted with the orange. LRT, which is light rail transit, has been highlighted with yellow. Green is teal gray is for bus, the blue kind of shade, and brown is for taxi. So this is the consumption of the vehicles which the people are using or which people are consuming in terms of transport, and people's reason for using the car in the city. So the reason behind using the car, only the car, has been given here. So people who are commuting to work is 55%, shopping is 15, leisure activities is 15%, and taking children to school 40%, and business to 45%. Let's see the answer. The above given two different graphs describe the information on the usage percentage of transport and car in Edmonton. Overview they are giving as a highlighting feature is by observing both the charts, it is evident that the car is the most used transportation in Edmonton, and the next charts show the reason for car usage like for work, shopping, etc. So you can see here how beautifully and in a simple language they have highlighted the overview, that is the stages or the consumption or the table and pie chart which they understand from their own knowledge. So no need to highlight always the important features, that is equally crucial. But again, as I said, if you do not want to highlight, of if you do not know exactly what to write in the overview, you can also mention the stages. For example, like they have mentioned that the first chart shows that it is evident that the car is the most used transportation. Look, car has orange color car has the maximum usage in terms of vehicles, 45%. And the second overview or the second striking feature which they have given is that the next charts show the reason for car usage. So they have just mentioned the stages and few of the options from here. You can also mention all the options, that's not an issue. But again, overview has to be kept very crisp in order to show the examiner that you know how to understand the question. Now guys, this was all about task 1 of academic category. Now I'm going to take or cover up task 1 of general training, which is types of letters. So of course, like academic candidates in task 1 they get report writing, in the same way general training candidates they get in task 1 letter writing. So we are going to talk about three kinds of letters which you might encounter in your paper. So I'm going to take up one question for each of the letter one by one, and I'm going to show you the response, how to write that particular letter. So we are starting with formal letter first. Now the question of the formal letter might look like this, and if you have missed out on our class where we discussed lots of letters, the sample question and answers, the responses to them, the tips, the words, the phrases, vocabulary, grammar, all these kind of things, the major factors behind getting a 9 and 8 and 9 band in writing. If you have missed out on these factors or information which we did in our previous videos in the month of June, then please go back to our YouTube channel with the same name, Shiksha Study Abroad, or you can either click on the link below and it will directly take you to our page where we had the IELTS calendar for June as well. So you can just click on the link and get access to all our sample papers for free, as well as you can watch the videos, whatever videos you have missed out. Okay, and another thing is that you will also find the IELTS online assessment calendar where you will see the upcoming classes which we are going to have in the month of June and future. Alright, coming back to the slide guys. So formal letter, the letter might look like this. You have eaten at a restaurant and it was such a terrible experience that you have decided to inform the manager by letter of what happened and that you want your money back. Alright, so things to include: facts. You need to be concise but explain what happened. Polite. No one responds to insults. Outline what you wish from this and what do you want to happen. Firmness. You want to be taken seriously. So these words have been added by me. So I have added these words to show you or to guide you what all you will write in each of the paragraphs and how will you write. So the first question will be about facts, where you will be talking about you need to be concise but explain what happened. So basically you'll be giving the features or the main highlighting points of your letter. Why are you writing it? Then polite, no one responds to insults. So this should be a polite kind of paragraph. And then firmness, where you have to show your firmness is that you want to be taken seriously. So you have to mention it that way, that they take you seriously, right? So there is a slight error here as well. Let me edit it for you. So we are not going to write it like this to the manager. You will also always say for the formal letters, dear sir or madam. Sometimes they also give you the starting lines in the question itself, so it becomes easy for you that okay, they tell you in the question sometimes in the IELTS writing paper as well, start your letter with dear sir or madam. So in that case, you get the hint and you know that it's a formal letter, right? If you have missed out on these classes, which is a formal letter, how to understand which is an informal and semi-formal letter, then please go to our previous videos and watch them. You will get a lot of help. Okay, reading the answer now. Dear Sir or Madam, I would like to express my regret at having dined at your establishment last night. Please allow me to explain. This is the first line, so we are directly coming to the purpose of the letter. Now, the next paragraph says the table was booked for, we are explaining here, okay, basically, so you can read it by yourself later on. Next is, in addition to this, several menu items were unavailable on the night. So we are talking about no one responds to insults. This is the second paragraph. So we are actually adding the information by telling them that it was kind of an insult that there were several menu items which were not available during the dinner, okay, or during the experience. As a result of these incidents, I had intended not to pay, but your staff informed us that they would call the police if we refused. So, this was something serious which happened with you. So, you have to be very polite in your response. You cannot talk to the manager of the company or to a restaurant manager just like that, that okay, this is, blank and all. I want my money back. We cannot talk to them in a very informal or very slang kind of way, okay? We cannot use slangs here and we cannot abuse each other. So you have to be very polite in your letters while writing such kind of letters. It's very crucial and important. Next paragraph says, this experience was entirely unacceptable and I would like to request a full refund of the amount paid. So this is how you will start your third paragraph, with the polite and firmness as well, both the mixtures, a blend of both firmness and polite. So this is how you will respond in the last paragraph of your formal letter, by saying that I want my money back in the polite tone. Then you will end your letter with yours faithfully with a comma. Please do not forget a comma, even in the starting, dear sir or madam, comma. These commas are very much related to your grammar, where they will check your punctuation skills. Okay, punctuation marks. So please do not ignore them. Paul Hollywood. This is a full name of the person who has written this letter. So this is how your formal letter looks like. Now, let's read about a semi-formal letter. So semi-formal letter can be something like this, that you're writing to your neighbor requesting that something be done about the dog. Okay? So your reasons for writing and what you would like to happen, and a nice and respectful style. So you can read these answers later on when you have time, okay, or when you are rewatching the video. Let me quickly finish for now the opening and the ending. So always remember, in your semi-formal letter, you have to start with dear, Mr., Miss, Mrs., whatever are the initials, and then the last surname, okay, the last name or the surname of that person. For example, dear Mr. Brown, comma, then the letter, and you will end it with yours sincerely, okay, then comma, and the full name, Jimmy Lisbon. All right. If we talk about the informal letter, which is one of the easiest letters to write, then let's talk here about the informal letter. So the question might look like this: your friends recently moved to a new city. You will also be moving to the same city. So write the letter to your friends and include: ask where to find a place to live. Tell them what type of place you're looking for, and share some fun things you would like to do when you get there. All right. So these are few of the things which you have to include in your answer, the 3 bullet points. So always remember, there will be 3 or 4 bullet points which will be given to you in the question along with the sentence of the letter. Don't worry. So these bullet points will surely help you in the exam as well. They will be given to you in the exam also. So they will help you for, expanding your paragraphs in the letter. So you just keep on explaining them. All right, hi friends. So directly we have written with this, and then we will put the comma. Hi friends. So if there is a particular name, for example, if the letter was write a letter to your friend without S, then you could have written to any of your friends. For example, hi Meena or hi Rita, hi Samira, okay, and then a comma. But here we are writing to write a letter to your friends, so we are putting here initially friends, comma. As you all know by now, I'll soon be moving to Los Angeles with the rest of you. So, yes, we have directly started with the letter. You can also put a hi and hello. I hope you're doing fine. You can start with these phrases as well. So, again, in my previous classes, I have also talked about how to start, how to end, what kind of linking words or cohesive devices do you have to use in your letter writing, in your report writing, what are the words which will help you gain a better band, help you enhance your vocabulary in writing. So I have discussed all of that in my previous videos. In case you have missed out on that, please go back to our YouTube channel and you will find all the videos listed out there. Also, please click on the link below, which is given in the description. After writing those three paragraphs, then we will end with best regards, Bet. Only the first name, and best regards, comma. You can also say instead of best regards, warm wishes, warm regards. Okay, all of that can also be said. Okay. Now this finishes up with the today's class. I hope it was interesting and you learned a lot of things. And yes, now we have some time for the question and answers. So I will start taking up your questions one by one. Uh, Let me start with this question. So somebody is asking me, can I get some sample question paper of IELTS each part? Okay, yes, sure. So we do have the sample papers. Please click on the link below. I will also help you out with the link for joining the classes, and with that link, we also have in that link we also have the IELTS calendar, which was prepared for June or June month, okay, or the month of June. So you can also refer back to our classes which you have missed out on. Also, you will get the IELTS calendar related to the July month. So yes, let me help you with the link. So I'm copy pasting it on the comment section also. So you can directly just click on this link which I have just provided to you on the comment section. How many parts IELTS academic has? So IELTS exam as a whole is you know divided into four parts or four modules, which we call reading, listening, writing, and speaking. And if you're only talking about academic, then in IELTS academic writing, there are two tasks, and even in general training, there are two tasks. Okay. So don't we have to write the date, subject, addresses, etc. in formal letters? No, that is not required. IELTS is a very simple test, and IELTS has a particular format and structure. So please do not ignore the format and structure. Please read and go and watch our videos which have been uploaded before, so that you do not miss out on the format and structure. Next is thanks for sharing the classes online well. Welcome. These are all free Shiksha IELTS online assessment classes which are happening in the month of July, and these are all free of cost. So you do not have to pay anything. So I would advise all of you to join us in these classes which are happening Tuesday and Thursday. Can I join every week? Of course, these are for you. These are uh, you know uh, like these are the classes which have been provided to you, and we are actually trying our best to help you as much as we can for free. So yes, I would advise all of you to make use of these classes, to use your time wisely. All right, class. So with this, I wind up. And if you have any questions, you can put it on the comment section itself. Okay, and the queries will be answered very soon. Do not worry about the questions. They will be answered very soon, because we do not leave any of our candidates' question unanswered. Okay. So yes, have a very good evening, and yes, enjoy the rest of the day. And all right, so we have one or two more questions. All right, I seem to have joined today's class late. How can I access the content? Well, you can click on the link which is given in the description. I have also copy pasted the link on the comment section. So just click on that and you will get access to all the videos. Somebody is asking, considering the academic and general test, please, which one is better to write for a job as a nurse with diploma certificate? Well, I would advise you to talk to our expert counselors for that. For a nurse, as far as I am, aware of it, I think you would have to give academic. But again, as I said, counselors would be the best person to talk about it. They will guide you over the IELTS exam. They will also guide you which exam should you take, academic or general training. So please click on the link which is given in the description below. I have also, for your ease, copy pasted the link on the comment section. So please click on this link which is in front of Shiksha Study Abroad in the comment section, and you will get in touch with our counselors as well. Okay. I hope that answers the question. So with this, I take your leave, all of you. Have a great weekend. We will be meeting next Tuesday now. Until then, please rewatch all our videos and learn about IELTS, practice about IELTS from our sample papers. You can download them for free. And yes, I'll see you very soon on Tuesday, next Tuesday. Till then, take